How's it going, guys? And today I want to talk to you about something I'm about to do. I am literally gonna go out my way to buy a PS Vita. Now, I know majority of you guys are thinking that I'm really stupid for buying the Vita, but let me give you a couple reasons why I want the Vita, okay? And also take this in mind. I want the Vita because of the fact that it's so underrated. Like, people give it so much hate that I actually, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it gets so much hate that it's just ridiculous. Now, I will admit there is some videos that I have seen of the Vita, like, screwing up and stuff and, like, all sorts of things. But then there's these, like, how do I say this? It's not a bad console. Like, I don't know how to describe it. So let me give you some reasons why I plan on buying the Vita. And then once I buy it and actually take my time in playing it, I'll give like a review on it and what I think of it. But okay, let me start off with the games. Okay, now a lot of people, I swear to God, a lot of people don't actually talk about the games. They're just like, oh, there's tons and tons of games, but you don't actually say what's actually there to play, what's actually good, you know. Again, I can't really base this off this, but these are like reviews that I've seen of like games and stuff, so just please bear with me on this, okay? Little Big Planet on the PS Vita. Now, I was told that, and this was an IGN review, and I know you guys are thinking IGN just gets paid to do good reviews and stuff, and I've actually, with the Little Big Planet on the PS Vita, people actually really liked it, and it wasn't just IGN giving good thoughts on it, but let me just explain. So, like, IGN was trying to make a claim, and I don't know this yet. I don't know if I can make this claim yet, so I plan on buying the game and buying that game actually first to try it out. But what they're saying is it's better than the rest of the Little Big Planet games, like 1, 2, and 3, because the gameplay is so revolutionary. Like, for an example, you can literally play someone's level, okay, and their level can be like legitimately a 40-hour RPG. And how this is possible and how it works is they added this save feature, and basically you can save people's levels at the point that you are at. So that means, like, so let's just say you don't like the story of Little Big Planet, you could play other people's content, like other people's stories that you can play. Now that right there sounds pretty cool. Plus there's the touchpad, and there's different things you can do with the touchpad that changed the gameplay a little bit, and I heard it's like really cool, really fun. Another game that I really want for the PS Vita is Undertale. Yes, they made Undertale for the PS Vita, the PS4, and the PC, and hearing that it was on the PS Vita, I'm just like, why don't people give the PS Vita more credit? If Undertale's on there, I'm like, Undertale was a really good game. So like that's really not looked at, okay? Now, I will give you the benefit, kind of like, well, not the benefit of the doubt, but like I'll give you a reasonable like thing. And I know why people hate it. People hate it because majority of the games are actually Japanese games, which that's no lie. That's obviously no lie. But there's honestly some games that are really good for the Vita, and that's why I want it. For an example, like besides Undertale, there's Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed, I think it's called. And it's like a Sonic racing game that has multiple different characters from different games, like the guy from Crazy Taxi. Like that's freaking insane. That's awesome. They got Wreck-It Ralph. They got Wreck-It Ralph. Like that right there sounds cool. And then what's it called? Sony made their own version of Super Smash Bros. Kind of like that, and it's like PlayStation. I think it's called PlayStation All Stars, and it has all like how do I say this? Like PlayStation like mascots pretty much from different games, and so that's really cool. That's another reason why I want it for that game. They have Borderlands 2. Now, Borderlands 2 is debatable Now, it does have stuttering lag, but the reason why it has stuttering lag is because, so you have the regular PS Vita, and then you have the PS Vita Slim. Now, I would recommend, because this is what I'm buying the Slim, because the Slim has better features. It can run Borderlands better, it can run most games actually better, it has a longer battery, it's more lighter, less heavier, you know, so those are some cool things that you can do with it. Plus I found this out, it has a USB, and you can get this cord that connects a USB and it goes out to HDMI, so you can produce it on your TV. Plus there's a PlayStation TV, but honestly I wouldn't buy it because it's a joke, it's ridiculous. It's really not made for playing games, mostly just watching videos. It's the stupidest thing ever, not gonna lie. So there's a lot of reasons why I want it. There's quite a bit of games. Plus you can play PSP games, and a lot of you guys are like, oh, there's not enough PSP, there's not any good PSP games. Well, like, for instance, here's a couple of PSP games that I really like, that I got to love when, you know, I had a PSP back then. So one is Loco Roco, and basically it's this blob thing, and you use the triggers to like turn the map to get him to move and stuff, and you can use them to jump and stuff. It's a really cool platformer. I would really go look it up. Then there's, what's it called? Then there's basically what's it called? There's God of War Chains of Olympus, and the other one, I think it's Ghost of Sparta. So those God of War games are freaking amazing. I would definitely go check them out. Let's see, what else? Oh, there's I think it's Jak and Daxter, but there's Jak and Daxter, and then there's Dexter, which I would really check out. Dexter. Dexter is like really funny. You would actually really love Dexter. Also, if you guys didn't know this, so this is really sad to hear this, but I honestly think the PS Vita had like a very bad launch, and honestly, it's honestly very sad. I wish it had a better launch. I mean, the PS Vita could have been so good if it had a better launch and had just a better way to give us these things. So like with backwards compatibility, you can play PSP games and PS1 games, but you can't play all of them, of course. If they had a system like Xbox had with the voting for backwards compatibility games, I bet that would have made it successful with backwards compatibility. But they didn't do that. And on top of that, during the time that the PS Vita came out, it honestly didn't have that feature. Like it didn't have, not feature. I mean, let's back it up there. So basically, backwards compatibility wasn't that popular like back then when it first came out. It was like, oh, why would I want to play old games on a new console? It's kind of stupid. That's basically how everyone was. And so I think it was just wrong timing to release it. They didn't talk to third-party developers and making games for their console. It was just really hard at the time. There was a lot of complications. I just think it had a bad launch, but later on I got it a little bit better. But basically with the PSP games, okay, like, and the PS1 games, if you have, so of course let me restart. Of course they couldn't get every game on there, okay? It's way too much time, too much money, and on top of that, with the time and money they have to spend to actually do all these games, is gonna take a while. So, I mean, they might as well do some and just leave it as that, but add in a feature that can add in more games. So you have to understand, since the PS Vita wasn't getting much sales, they stopped doing backwards compatibility, which is honestly understandable. I mean, if people would stop judging the console off of day one, we would have got more games and everything would have been good. But no, people are just like, oh, this is a terrible console. And honestly, like I said, it doesn't seem that bad. But basically, if you have a PS3, you can download every PS1 game that's on the PSN store for the PS3. Also, you can download almost all the PSP games that's on the PSN store. And the reason why I say almost all is because not every like hard disk, you know, UMD or UPD. I don't even know what they called them back then. But basically, they couldn't like just put every game on there. That would just take too much time. You know, they couldn't just put a hard copy. It would just take too much time. You know, so basically, there's more options, more games that you can download if you have a PS3. All you gotta do is connect it, and then a screen will pop up on your PS Vita. You just click on connect to PS3, and then you can put it, I think, on a cloud, and then it'll just download onto your PS Vita, and then you can play it. But basically, what makes this cool is because you can literally play all the Crash Bandicoot games. You can play Spyro. Heck, you can play Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep on the PS Vita. You know. So I mean, those are reasons why you should get a PS Vita. I think it's kind of stupid that you need a PS3 because like I just find that it's really stupid. But I'll give you a heads up. PS3s on eBay right now, if you guys go on there, are like $40, and some of them come in packs with games and controllers. So I would honestly, if you need a PS3 and you want more games for your PS Vita, $40 eBay. Check it out. And you didn't hear that from me, okay? But anyway, so yeah, that's basically it. Those are a couple reasons why I want the PS Vita. That's why I like it. There's a lot of remastered collections for the PS Vita, which I would definitely check out. Like not recently, but they made God of War 1 and 2 remastered for the PS Vita. So I mean, there's bundle remasters. There's actual games like PC ports. They're actually not too bad, and overall it got better. It just had a way bad launch. It just launched at the wrong time. If it launched at the same time as the Switch and had more third-party developers helping with it, it would have been a success. But that didn't happen because it was just the wrong time. But anyway, guys, if you like this video, please share with your friends. Check out my pages. Please subscribe, like the video. And yeah, that's about it. And have a good day. Bye-bye.